à s'installer en tribune, ainsi que Christine Spernabauer. Titi, with us. Merci à vous deux. Je vais peut-être économiser du temps puisque vos présentations sont indiquées sur les diapositives. Donc, on donne la parole à vous pour présenter vos actions.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for the possibility to present the social impact instruments and the toolbox that the European Commission has in support of social enterprises. Social enterprises take a special place on the agenda of the European Commission as they are considered as important vehicles to promote job creation and social innovation, and due to their ability as well to provide an entrepreneurial approach when dealing with societal issues. As a clear commitment in this area, we have launched the Social Business Initiative in 2011, and it contained a comprehensive action plan which identifies key actions in support of social innovation. And work on this basis continues still today. As an example of our work in this area, we have launched in 2015 the European Program for Implementing Social Innovation, which aims to increase the access to finance for social enterprises and to develop a social finance market. We have identified the access to finance as one of the main obstacles for social enterprises to grow, and this was our response then in this direction. The EASY program, it builds on the success of the European Progress Microfinance Facility that was covering only microfinance and was launched in 2010. But with the EASY program, for the first time, we also expanded the scope of the Progress Microfinance Facility to support social enterprises. Social enterprises also play a very prominent role in the context of the one of the main initiatives of the European Commission, which is the Investment Plan for Europe. And the Investment Plan for Europe has three pillars. The European Fund for Strategic Investment is the financial arm. And we also support through advisory services the project preparation, and then we work on removing regulatory barriers to provide a favorable environment for social enterprises. The FC, the European Fund for Strategic Investment, has a very strong social dimension, and it aims to mobilize 315 million of additional investments from the private and public sector. At the same time, it aims to overcome the investment gaps, because it was launched in the context of declining investments, and then it aims to stimulate job creation and revive economic growth. The EASY program that I mentioned already, now we have the first instrument already operational since 2015. It's a guarantee in support of social enterprises. It is delivered through financial intermediaries, and in France it is available through Lunel-Viel. Then the other instruments, we also had a capacity building facility in the context of the European Program for Social Innovation, EASY, which targets then early stage social intermediaries. And in this way, we sustain their growth since they have not reached sustainability, and we aim to build the infrastructure to support social enterprises. We also have other instruments in the pipeline that we'll be working on progressively, but for the time being, also we have launched 3 social impact pilots in the context of the European Fund for Strategic Investment that I will present in the next slide. At the same time, making money available is not enough, and we have also tried to address the demand and supply side of the social investment market, which is one of the main objectives of EASY. In 2013, we started then financing of actions to support the investment readiness of social enterprises, and also to support the supply side, to support financial intermediaries, build their networks and being ready to support social enterprises, and in this way to be ready to participate in the EASY program. And this year we launched a transaction cost support program for social impact investors, which is supposed to cover the cost, the high cost that they are exposed to when they invest in small tickets for less than 500,000. This call is still ongoing, and it has a budget of 3 million of grants. So therefore, we see that in our toolbox, in addition to financial instruments, we also have grants, because then social entrepreneurship is still a growing market, and we try to blend resources also for projects which are not mature and where there is no steady flow of revenues. We launched 3 instruments in the context of the FC Equity program. The FC Equity program, it provides support to social intermediaries that in turn invest into social enterprises at their early growth and expansion stage. And also it has the objective to develop, strengthen and scale up the social impact ecosystem. The 3 instruments, they have a total budget of 150 million. And then through those instruments we support investments in social incubators, accelerators, or then entities providing incubation services to social enterprises in their seed or growth stage. And we have also identified business angels as an intermediary to reach out to social enterprises, because sometimes social impact funds are not ready to then to invest in some social enterprises, and business angels are seen as then the appropriate intermediary in such cases. And last but not least, we also have a payment by results scheme, which includes the contracting, commissioning of outcome-based then schemes. It's the provision of social services. Then this is more or less the, we have here the private social enterprises that intervene to address a social issue, but at the same time they are paid by the government, by the commissioner, only if specific outcomes are achieved. So thank you very much again for your attention.
Merci Arnaud pour cet aperçu des petits du soutien de la Commission européenne. La parole est à Christine. Vous avez 2 expériences en matière d'accélération d'entreprise, que ce soit à Vienne ou aujourd'hui à Londres.
Yes. Thanks for having me. Impact cannot happen in isolation. It requires collective action. And this is why I'm happy to be here with a lot of different organizations, representatives from different stakeholders, because I truly believe we can only make a change together. My name is Spernabauer. I used to work for the Impact Hub in Vienna for the last 6 years, and now moved to London, where I work with the Impact Hub in King's Cross. Impact Hub Network, what is it? It is a global network, an innovation lab, a startup incubator and accelerator, and also a place where change goes to work. Meaning we have office spaces, event spaces, meeting rooms, etc. We are present in more than 100 cities across the world, which means from Singapore to San Francisco, Sao Paulo, Zurich, Amsterdam, Accra, so basically a lot of different places. And we have a membership of over 16,000 people, that being social entrepreneurs, investors, journalists, teachers, professors, So a really diverse group of people that wants to make a difference in the world. And as we also believe in, it cannot happen alone, but we need to work together. Cross-sector collaboration is what we foster. Could you, yes, here are some pictures, because I believe it's always the eye that also likes to see how diverse we are. It's people in their early 20s up to their late 60s and 70s, so we really want to bring those together. As I said, it is a network. We offer space, but, and the third component on the next slide, we run a lot of different incubator and accelerator programs. Some of them are very local, very national, but others are very international. Some of them focus on intention formation, idea development, whereas others then are on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to finding impact investment and scaling up. Some of our programs are very topic focused, meaning like the one here, Innovate for Nature, is on biodiversity, where we partner together with the WWF. Others are focused on students, like Social Impact Award. F-Lane is run together with the Vodafone Foundation to foster female entrepreneurship in Africa, or, as we already heard, Benici and the Scaling Program, which is then obviously more internationally focused. We bring together public and private sector organizations with social entrepreneurs, startups, investors, academia, as I said, in order to drive change and make a difference.
Merci Christine. On va passer aux deux suivants, s'il vous plaît.